Throughout history, bold voices in entertainment have often been dismissed, ridiculed, or labeled as crazy for expressing uncomfortable truths. Whether it was exposing abuse, challenging powerful institutions, or simply speaking out before the society was ready to listen, many of these celebrities paid a heavy price for their honesty. But time has a way of revealing the truth, and these 10 individuals were eventually vindicated for their once controversial statements and actions. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest celebrity updates. Number 10. Leah Remeny. When actress Leah Remeny left the Church of Scientology in 2013, her decision made headlines, not just for her departure, but for what came next. Rather than quietly moving on, she publicly challenged the church's practices. She alleged systemic financial exploitation, emotional manipulation, and abuse within the organization. At the time, she was shunned by Scientologists, labeled a traitor, and even faced character assassination campaigns. But Leah didn't back down. She launched the Emmy-winning docuseries Leah Remeny, Scientology, and the Aftermath, which featured testimonies from other ex-members. The series brought to light many disturbing allegations and helped solidify her credibility, making her one of the most vocal and respected critics of the church. Number 9. Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet, known for her role as Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show, was long regarded as the difficult cast member. She clashed with Bill Cosby, and their tension led to her eventual exit from the show. Bonet later spoke cryptically about the negative energy she experienced, referring to Cosby's sinister shadow energy. At the time, her remarks were brushed off as eccentric or bitter. But decades later, as over 60 women accused Cosby of sexual misconduct, her words gained a chilling new context. Though she never publicly accused him of assault, her early intuition now appears prophetic. She stood alone for years, and history ultimately proved her instincts right. Number 8. Jose Canseco. Baseball fans in the sports world were stunned in 2005 when former MLB star Jose Canseco released his tell-all book, Juiced au Mayo. In it, he confessed to using performance-enhancing drugs and accused many other top players of doing the same. At the time, he was blasted by the media, former teammates, and league officials. He was called a liar, a has-been, and an opportunist. Yet over the next several years, a parade of high-profile steroid scandals, including confessions from Mark McGuire, Alex Rodriguez, and others, validated much of what Canseco had claimed. Once mocked for exposing the game, he's now viewed as one of the first insiders to bravely tell the truth. Number 7. Drake Bell. Long before the entertainment industry began reckoning with its history of abuse, former Nickelodeon star Drake Bell tried to raise alarms. He accused Brian Peck, a dialogue coach with deep industry connections, of assault. The industry closed ranks around Peck, who continued working, even receiving character references from notable actors. Bell, whose identity as a victim wasn't initially public, said the dismissal by peers devastated him. But over time, as court documents and disturbing revelations about Peck surfaced, Bell's story found support. What once sounded like a lone voice of accusation became a powerful example of Hollywood's tendency to protect its own, until the truth becomes impossible to ignore. Number 6. Kromato Williams. Outspoken comedian Cat Williams has long been seen as unpredictable, eccentric, or erratic. Yet behind his outbursts were often claims about power imbalances and dark secrets within the entertainment world. In a viral 2024 interview on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams opened up about exploitative party culture in Hollywood, name-dropping controversial figures like Diddy. He warned others to say no to elite party invitations and hinted at troubling behavior behind closed doors. While some dismissed his statements as conspiratorial, subsequent lawsuits and allegations involving Diddy made people revisit Cat's comments with new seriousness. What once sounded wild suddenly looked like a warning. Number 5. Colin Kaepernick. In 2016, NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick made headlines when he chose to kneel during the national anthem in protest of racial injustice and police brutality. The backlash was swift. He was labeled anti-American, ungrateful, and a distraction to the sport. Many fans and league officials condemned his protest, and Kaepernick was effectively blackballed from professional football. Yet just a few years later, As public consciousness around racial injustice exploded, especially following the death of George Floyd, Kaepernick's protest was reevaluated as a courageous and forward-thinking stand. He has since become a symbol of athlete activism, honored for using his platform to spark global conversations. Number 4. Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan was one of the earliest celebrities to publicly speak out against Harvey Weinstein. For years, she was met with skepticism, branded as difficult, or accused of chasing attention. McGowan refused to stay silent, even as powerful figures tried to discredit her. When the Me Too movement erupted and dozens of women came forward with similar allegations against Weinstein, McGowan's warnings were validated. Her courage helped break one of Hollywood's most notorious silences, exposing decades of abuse that had been an open secret. Though the cost to her personal and professional life was significant, history has proven her to be one of the movement's most vital voices. Number 3. Corey Feldman, child star. Corey Feldman spent years speaking about abuse within the entertainment industry. He claimed that powerful men in Hollywood were exploiting underage actors, referencing both his experiences and those of his late friend, Corey Haim. For decades, his statements were treated as exaggerated or conspiratorial. Many dismissed him outright, especially because he struggled with addiction and trauma. But in recent years, more child stars have come forward with similar stories, and documentaries have explored the systemic failures to protect young performers. Feldman's warnings, once ignored, are now part of a broader reckoning in the industry, and he continues to advocate for reform. Number 2. Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway, one of America's most celebrated writers, spent the final years of his life battling paranoia. He insisted the FBI was surveilling him, yet even his closest friends believed he was suffering from delusions. Hemingway was subjected to multiple rounds of electroshock therapy to treat his mental state. Tragically, he died by suicide in 1961. Years later, declassified FBI files revealed that Hemingway was indeed under government surveillance. His fears were entirely justified. The surveillance stemmed from his suspected ties to Cuba during the Cold War. Hemingway wasn't losing his mind. He was being watched all along. Number 1. Sinead OConnor. Irish singer Sinead OConnor shocked the world during a 1992 performance on Saturday Night Live by tearing up a photo of Pope John Paul II and declaring, "Fight the real enemy." It was a bold protest against abuse within the Catholic Church. The backlash was immediate and brutal. She was banned by NBC, ridiculed by the media, and blacklisted by much of the music industry. At the time, few were ready to confront the magnitude of what she was exposing. But years later, as widespread clergy abuse scandals were uncovered, OConnor was seen in a new light. Her act, once viewed as outrageous, became recognized as a courageous stand for justice. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest celebrity updates.